Welcome back to Unqualified Critics. Shout out to the Arcade One Up subreddit where I saw this posted. So the Countercade, which we've known about obviously for a while, that they've done two-player Countercades all the way back to the Street Fighter 2 Dim Mock. Turns out there are some other Countercade variants, two previously, at least I haven't seen them before, Mortal Kombat 2 Marvel Superheroes. As far as I know, this is breaking news. Although honestly, it's hard to keep track because Arcade One Up doesn't really organize their news in any certain way. It's hard to know exactly what's leaked before, but I've not seen it, so I wanted to bring it to you guys. Again, Marvel Countercade, Mortal Kombat Countercade. NBA Jam and TMNT have been known about for a while. Also, I should mention, where is this site? It's called shophq.com, not a site I'm familiar with or recommend or don't recommend. I think they're legitimate. They have really active, fairly large social media accounts that just look like one of these kind of generic e-commerce sites. Also want to point out they're not shy about ripping people off who want to buy consoles, because look at this junk for $1,300 almost, or $1,230, I guess. What a deal. It is marked down from $13.99 if you want the PlayStation 5. Anyway, I tried searching for other Arcade One Up products, and their search on their site is really crappy. So I will put a link to this listing below in the description. So if you want to go directly there, you can. That's actually how I found the PS5 listing, because I searched Arcade One Up, and of course PS5 comes up. Good point to a good opportunity to point out Walmart search is really crappy too, which is great for content creators like me who post affiliate links, but kind of crappy if you're a shopper, you're just trying to find stuff on your own. But I digress. So let's look at the Marvel superheroes. First off, light up marquees. That seems to be standard now on the Countercade, or at least the two-player, but probably all of them. Two-player link ports to play via game controller. So this is a USB port, I believe. I'm assuming this is the same thing they're doing on the Partycade. And then we get a headphone jack, which probably is also a microphone jack. So it's probably two-way and allows you to talk for, I'm going to guess, online play. Let's see if we learn anything about online play here. We may not, but let's look at the games list. Marvel Superheroes, X-Men versus Street Fighter, Punisher, and MVC. Nice lineup, really nice lineup. Don't know why they wouldn't just go with the MVC artwork, though. Why would they go with the Marvel Superheroes artwork and then not have Marvel? I mean, surely it also has this game and then these. I don't know. Weird way to phrase that. NBA Jam, I guess, same thing. Tournament edition. Also Hang Time, so probably has the original. I don't know. TMNT has Turtles in Time, Crime Fighters, and Vendetta. Let's come back to that. And then Mortal Kombat 1, 2, and 3. Simple enough. 10 pounds. I mean, I think structurally we're getting the exact same thing we've had before. There isn't any sign of online play. It's just the headphone jack made me hopeful. Maybe they threw that in there, so truly it is just a headphone jack this time around. I don't think online play is crucial, but I will say if they're trying to build a community, an audience of people who can jump into lobbies and play games easily, if you're going to sell variants of these online cabinets without the Wi-Fi, so you save $4.50 or whatever on the Wi-Fi radio at wholesale, that would be disappointing. So I hope for that reason, just for community building sake, these do include Wi-Fi. I guess we don't know yet. As far as I know, the Partycades don't have Wi-Fi, though, although you guys can tell me in the comments. I've not followed those closely, not products I'm particularly interested in. I think if I was going to buy something like that, it would be one of these Countercades. And I do think these look good. I think the artwork looks fine. They've got that nice downward tilted control panel. We've got a nice standardized design, it looks like. TMNT cabinet looks great. How many people are going to use that USB expansion to play a controller as an additional player? I'm going to guess not many, but I'm also, not going to be mad that it's there either. So presumably this is the 4-player ROM, for example, in NBA Jam, which it is in the picture. I just don't give those pictures too much credence, because we know that they drop the render and then the render could be changed or it could be wrong. And as usual, we're not really getting official information from Arcade One Up. So anyway, and finally, to close everything out, let's take a look at Crime Fighters and Vendetta. These are not games I was familiar with, so maybe some of you weren't familiar with it either. Vendetta being a side-scroller beat 'em up, clearly a Konami title. That's why it's included with TMNT. I see we've got our Jason Voorhees ripoff here. Again, not a game I'm familiar with, so let me know in the comments if this is a good game. Should I care that this is included? And here's the entry on Arcade Museum, so you can see that standard 4-player Konami cabinet. I will say, without knowing anything about Crime Fighters, don't know if I like Crime Fighters or don't like it. I do like the idea of them including more arcade games on here and not just the mainline games we've all played 8 million times like TMNT. So just as a general concept, I am glad to see these extra titles included. Vendetta, I'm going to assume, is a beat 'em up too. Yeah, so this is the sequel to Crime Fighters. So that's kind of neat. You get both the original, you get the sequel, and you're getting the TMNT title all in one cabinet. I find that pretty interesting. And here is, again, the Arcade Museum entry for Vendetta. So, yeah, there you have it. Also 4-player titles, but clearly these are 2-player machines, but you do get that USB port. So let me know what you think below. $200, is this worth it? Again, I'm going to drop a link, and if you're interested in buying it, you can't buy it yet. It does say sold out, but these are probably just early listings, and it does continue the trend of Arcade 1UP jumping in with kind of more obscure retailers, which is cool. I like having choices when I shop. I don't like if I have to go to Amazon to buy something. Amazon's great, but it is nice to be able to support some of the smaller shops. So I'm glad to see that. But I do continue to wonder if they have trouble getting pickup with your Walmarts and stuff if they're branching out so broadly. Maybe not. Maybe it's not an issue. Maybe it is. I really don't think anybody knows outside of the company at this moment. Again, let me know what you think below. Thanks for watching. Hit subscribe if you've not already, and if you want more news and reviews on home arcade products and gizmos, and I'll talk to you later. Big shout out to all of my channel members. If you want to join Unqualified Critics, hit the red button below that says join, and thank you for watching.